So we'll just remove this sealing plug. If there is any leakage, then you'll have to change the O-ring. If it is not, then but every time changing is the best thing. So we are done with the clutch oil filling. So we are done with this third side of the engine oil change, and now we will start with this breather box. Let's go with the cleaning procedure of the breather box. As I said, this is a second generation breathing system. There are so many. I'll try to explain that one by one once I start getting the bike, according to, since we have shifted ourselves to bigger bikes, so it's nowadays difficult to get those old bikes to our workshop, but we will try our level best to show you. Now this is the breather box. This is the breather box. Let's keep the spanner. This is the breather box. This is the 10 mm head drain plug or the drain bolt. From this you have to drain the engine oil. Now whatever the collected or whatever the breathing is happening through this rubber pipe, right? So the breathing is basically given for the negative side of the piston to avoid the choking of the piston. For example, just in case if you have a syringe in your hand, injection what we use or the medical person use for injecting the liquid, the fluid inside the body. So if you remove the needle and if you keep your finger over there and if you try to pull the plunger, the injection, it won't work. So that is the negative side of the piston. So the piston is basically getting sucked down because of the vacuum. So this is what happens if the breathing system is not proper. So now why do we need to drain this? Is there any oil? Yes, there is oil. There is a possibility of dirty oil with mixed with water. Now water will not go inside, but it happens because of the hot air. So let's see how does this oil goes inside, because whenever the engine breathes, it spits some amount of engine oil outside the engine and it comes and it gets collected inside this breather box. Let's see. If you don't clean, then your air filter will get damaged. Okay, see. Whatever the white substance you see, basically it is a mixture of water and engine oil. Water will never go inside because of the washing, number one. It is because of the hot air which is inside the breather box is getting cold and it's becoming water and it's mixing up with the oil. So every time you must replace or remove or drain the breather box whenever you are servicing the bike. This is only in those bikes which are having separate breather box, not for UC engine, because UC engine has got different breathing system or separator or the box inside the engine only. So you don't need to worry about those engines. Newer engines are having different design. So this is how you have to clean. Once you drain everything, once everything is out, just keep it like that only for some time. We are not in hurry. So we'll clean the bike and we'll wash the bike later on before the delivery. So let the oil come down. You don't need to remove the box from the top. It's okay. If you feel it is too much, if the oil is coming from the air filter side too much, then you must open this filter box and clean everything thoroughly. But if you do the servicing properly time to time, then there will be less accumulation of this kind of substance. So this is how you have to clean the breather box. Now we're going to do the greasing of this 4-speed gearbox. I have already mentioned and I have already posted this video long time back, but I am again going to show you. So for that you will have to remove the kicker from the kick shaft. it doesn't have shaft groove. It doesn't have any shaft groove for holding the kick. So it is just a pinching of kicker. Newer bikes has got different design. If you look at this, then the bolt is not coming inside the hole, but newer bikes you can see the bolt is coming inside. That means if there is a groove, then the bolt will come in between. That is given to avoid the falling of kick. In older bike this happens, that if there is no groove, so the kick falls down because of the vibration. It gets loose even if you tie it thoroughly. So this is the gear pedal, which we'll have to remove. We'll have to set the clutch wire also in this. We'll just remove the gear pedal. Now just remove the neutral lever. It doesn't require any spanner if it is not tight. Can be removed easily by hand. This also has got some settings. Now we'll remove the cover. Now this is important. This is yes. Okay. Now there is a setting for this gearbox if the gearbox is very much tight. So right now this gearbox is little tight. So we'll do the setting. These bolts are, the screws are basically having different length, so don't confuse. There is in fact no reason to get confused. It's very simple. You can't forget those things because this is smaller one, this is a smaller one, this is also a smaller one, so this smaller one, these are two, and these are two big one or the longer one. This has got different thread, as you can see. This has got a different thread. So now I have to remove this. This is how you have to dislocate. This is a thin one, so it won't fit anywhere else. This is the cover. I have removed all the bolts basically, or the screws, cover screws from the gearbox. Now let's open the cover for servicing. This has got a very different setting, so it's very important to understand, and if you don't, then don't tinker around. Your gearbox may get you may get this hard gearing feeling or something, so don't do that if you don't understand. Remove the cover. So, and then remove the clutch cable, unhook the clutch cable basically. I'm sorry. And clean everything thoroughly. So for that, what we will do is like, we will just splash some diesel. So it will clean everything thoroughly. So this gearbox is basically having hard feeling. The gearing is very hard. So why? So there are two things. First is this one. This is basically connected to the gear rocker, which is basically selecting all the gears. So this is quite hard what I am seeing right now, and this has to be greased properly. But has to be you must use this black color grease rather than using white color. Number 2, your clutch rod also has to be well lubed, because this is the what do you say, main part which is going to give you very smooth feeling. So best is to do the lubrication of the clutch rod properly, which will work properly. This is how you can use grease or oil. Then you have to check out the, I'll just get the spanner for that. Okay. Don't over tight those nuts, because it may damage the stud, because those threads are very small in length and these are fine thread. So just don't over tight that. This is the plate. Here, this is the selector assembly and the neutral selector assembly basically. This is the spring, and there is another spring inside the assembly. If one of the spring breaks, then you cannot change the gear. You will have problem with the gearing. So it is necessary to replace those springs if it breaks, and it is also necessary to lube the area properly so it will not get damaged. Now first we will wash everything, whatever the assembly what we have done from the, sorry for making so much of sound, just okay. So I'll just show you what I have done. What was the sound? So I have sprayed some diesel on those spare parts for cleaning purpose. So I'll just wait for some time. I'll let it be. I'll just soak it up properly so it will get loose, and I'll clean everything, and then we will fix up. Here you have to do greasing, that I'll show you.